What's up, everyone? I'm Jonathan Snyder, the Sports Information Director and Assistant Men's Basketball Coach here at Bryant Stratton College, Buffalo. I want to welcome you all to our first ever virtual recruiting special, where we're going to dive in and take a look at our 2020 men's basketball recruiting class. I had a chance to sit down with head coach Damone Brown, talk about the 2019 season, talk about all the successes that he's had in his first 2 years as coach of the Bobcats. We were also able to sit down and preview the 2020 upcoming season, as well as everybody in the 2020 recruiting class. This has been a weird and challenging year, but our coaches overcame a lot of adversity and were able to bring in some solid and strong, high-profile student athletes to join both our teams, our programs, and our college as a whole. Before we meet some of our new recruits in the 2020 class, I had a chance to sit down with Coach Brown. Here's what he had to say. All right, I'm now joined by the Bryant Stratton Buffalo men's head basketball coach, Damone Brown. The Bobcats are entering their third season of competition and third season with Coach Brown at the helm. Coach, two pretty successful seasons here. It's good to talk to you. How you feeling right now, and what are you looking forward to most about this year?
Right now, I'm doing good. Doing as well as you can with everything that's going on in the country and the world. I'm just, maintaining and working hard, trying to build another solid recruiting class for this upcoming year. And, hopefully when it's all said and done at the end of the year, we're cutting down those nets for the first time.
Talk to me a little bit about how this recruiting season has been. It's a little different than normal. Obviously, you were able to get out watching guys during the season, but a big part of recruiting happens from March to, through the summer. So what's it been like not being able to see guys in person? What's it like doing a lot of virtual recruiting, phone calls, things like that? How has that process been unique for you?
It's definitely different not being, to get in the gyms and, travel to different cities and different gyms to see the guys actually play. This go around, you have to rely a lot on film, coaches word of mouth, old coaches, and just getting a good report and a good report from the previous coaches and things like that. I mean, it's different. It just don't have that same feel, like I said, walking into a gym, hearing them sneakers and seeing the guys play, live one-on-one basketball. But it's a good thing, though. It's a good thing.
Talk to me a little bit about this past year. So completed your second year, another national tournament run, another national tournament appearance. Obviously, the tournament cut short a little bit by what's going on. Didn't have a chance to, fully see that out. So, but you did have another successful year. You did have a big-time winning season. You coached 3 All-Americans. Talk to me a little bit about this past season.
I think this year we made a step forward compared to the first year. Every year you want to get better. And I think myself as a coach, I learned a lot more. I think my team learned a lot more. I think the program took a step forward. You always want to, progress and go forward when you in this coaching game or when you playing basketball. And I think, like I said, as a whole, it was a success. We only can hope and work hard to get better, every year. My job is to try and develop the guys to be the best players on and off the court. And I think with the coaching staff that we had, along with myself and the coaching staff, that I think we did a good job of, preparing these guys for the future.
So let's kind of dive in here to this year's recruiting class. It's a big recruiting class. It's a talented recruiting class with guys of all different skill sets. You are losing 4 seniors. You're losing 3 starters. You're losing the first-team All-American Jonathan Haynes, 20 points a night. Your starting point guard Jabari Hibbert. You're also losing the nation's top 3-point shooter in Mick Snowden, as well as senior Jordan Street. Talk to me a little bit about before we get into the recruiting class. Talk to me about what you were looking for to try and replace those guys, and what type of player, what type of people did you want to slide into those roles?
With those guys you just named, those guys were great players on the floor. The great guys off the court. Those guys it's hard to replace. You just want to get guys as come in and make their own name and leave their own stamp on Bryant Stratton Buffalo basketball. But like those guys you just named, they were great guys for me. For all three, well, for the first three guys, Jonathan, Jabari, and Mick, I only had a chance to coach them for 1 year, and I wish I would have had more time with them. Jordan Street was with us from the beginning. He played his 2 years here. Great guy. I mean, anytime you lose a senior class like that, I mean, it's bittersweet. You want to see them move on to be successful in life, but you wish you had more time with them to be, more time to bond and build with them.
You obviously have some solid players coming back. Tyrell Mitchell, 2-time second-team All-American. Devon Ware, who had a lot of experience last year, was your sixth man of the year. I also got a couple other guys coming back, Devin Redden, Demetrius Reed, Jariah Williams, Tajay Williams, just kind of the list goes on. So you got a squad coming back. You got a squad coming in. What does this team need to do to make that next jump? You've made it to the national tournaments. You've won 20 games. You've beaten some high-level teams. But what's it got to do to get to that next level, to get yourself in a position to capture that national championship?
I think that the thing for me is I have to bridge the trust level from my returning guys to my new guys that's coming in. If I think my guys that are returning, they trust, or they should by now trust what it is that we're doing. And I have to get that for my new recruits and blend it all together. I mean, like you said, I have a Tyrell Mitchell, a 2-time, All-American. I have my returning sixth man, as a point guard, Devon Ware, who's looking to, get starter minutes this year. I think it's important for us that the guys that have been here, lead by example. Get the new guys up to speed of how we run things around here, how we do things around here, and what's the expectations of, the program of what we accept in and the things that we're not. I think if we have, there's guys I think the key thing for us is to have great teammates. If all the guys are great teammates, listen, we're going to be where we are. We're going to be where we were last year and looking to move forward.
So give me an overview of this class. Give me an overview of maybe, what you were looking for, the type of players you're bringing in. Talk to me a little bit about how excited you are about this double-digit recruiting class.
I'm real excited. I think we have a pretty large class coming this year. Maybe 8 new faces this year that's already signed up and ready to go for school. The things that I was looking for, you're always looking for size, but the type of coach I am, I just like basketball players. I like guys that want to get out there and play and compete, and leave it all out on the floor. I mean, if I got guys like that, I think with the staff that we got here, we can put them in the best position to win. So I'm just looking for guys who are 100% committed, hungry, and want to learn and get better as a basketball player. And I think we did a good job with that. We got some good guys coming in. Shai, Quinn, Sam, Danny, Lonnie is a guy I'm familiar with. Man, I mean, it's just so many. So I think once we get everybody here in town and get them in the gym and get them going, it's going to be real exciting.
So let's kind of dive in individually here. Let's touch upon that first guy you brought up, Shai Quinn Dix, a senior, a transfer guy coming in for 1 year, looking to make that deep run, looking to be successful on and off the court. A guy that can run the point, can play a little bit off the ball. He's a scorer. Let's talk about Shai. What do you like about him?
I mean, Shai's coming in from D2 main Prescal. Led the team in scoring for his last 2 years there. A guy that can really fill it up from the outside, athletic, good quickness out there on the court. I just like I said, he's a guy that's a good basketball player. He want to come in here. From the talks I've been having with him since I started recruiting him, he's fired up and ready to go. One thing that he wants to do, he just wants to win, and that's all he's been talking about. I want to win, and so far he's been doing all the things to become a winner.
And he's kind of coming in this class also has a couple of guys that he's already familiar with.
Yeah.
Two guys that grew up in Stamford, Connecticut with him, Danny Turkman and Sam Dorissant. Obviously, Danny's about 6'5" guard. Guy can do it all. Sam, closer to 6'6". He can step out, hit the three, do a lot of damage inside. What do you like about those two guys?
I mean, it's gonna boil down to the same thing. I think all the guys that we got coming in are guys guys that are hungry and just want to play. You know what I'm saying? That love to just play basketball. Like you said, Sam, 6'6". He's not just a post-up player. He's a guy that can, step out, hit beyond the mid-range. He can take it to the three-point line. Danny is just an explosive knockdown shooter. Can just do so much. And then it makes it a whole lot easier when those guys have chemistry amongst themselves, so they know where a certain player, Danny gonna know where Sam want the ball at. Shai know how to get Danny going. Danny know how to feast off of Shai. So, that chemistry and that camaraderie is just going to make it a whole lot easier.
Let's transition to another guy that I'm personally really excited about. I know you're really excited about having a chance to coach this guy, Derek Jackson. He's a guy that you kind of had your eyes on from the beginning. I was talking to him since the beginning of the year. He comes in 6'3", 6'4". Again, do-it-all type of player. So what do you like about Derek?
Like you hit it right there. He's a do-it-all player. Just hungry. He want to get a chance to get back out there on that floor and finish up his basketball career in college the right way. He's a good kid. On the floor, he's a good kid in the classroom. One of the first things that he talked to me about was the educational part. How was the school? What are the different majors and things like that. So when a guy come like that, focus and knowing what he want off the floor, playing basketball is the easy part.
Another guy you touched on, we're just going to keep going down the list here. Another guy you touched on, and a guy you have, experience coaching is Lonnie Taylor. Lonnie's coming in after taking a year off. He's coming in very motivated, very energized. He's a guy that's really going to help your front line, a guy that's really going to rebound, get on the floor for loose balls, score close to the basket. But he's also a mismatch, really at both ends. While he isn't that prototypical center size, he's quicker than almost anyone that's going to be guarding him, and he has the ability to score on anybody. So what does Lonnie add to this year's team?
Lonnie is, even though he's a quiet guy, he's a high motor guy. Like he has a very good motor. He has a good nose for the basketball out there. He's strong. There's no back down in him. He's going to be a quiet leader for us. I'm saying if the guys follow him and follow his work ethic and follow how he plays out there on that floor, we're going to have a pretty special team. Like you said, I had a chance to coach him, for his first 2 years at Villa Maria. And, he just worked hard, didn't say too much. When his number was called, he went out there and busted his tail. And, he always left a positive imprint on the game.
One guy that is maybe my favorite recruit of this whole class. You talk about a silent leader, a silent guy, but lets his play do the talk. That's Jonathan Moody out of Rochester, a guy that again is looking to rejuvenate his career, rejuvenate on and off the floor. Jonathan is going to come in and be a solid point guard for your squad. He's going to come in at toughness, at leadership. And you talk about winning. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't care about the stat sheet. He doesn't care about that. So talk to me about Jonathan.
Like you just named it, he's a guy that's all about winning. It's not about scoring 20, 30 points for him. It's all about getting that W at the end. He's a little bit older. He's more experienced. So that experience is going to be key for us. He's going to be able to teach and, and show, Devon, who's returning. He's a sophomore, young. just show him a little bit more. He had that he got to learn a lot from Jabari last year, and I think with Jonathan Moody coming in, he'll be able to step right back into that role that Jabari was playing, and just show him the ropes, and show him the right way to play the game as a point guard. And when you got a point guard that's leading the team, and all he is focused on is playing the right way and making sure everybody's involved, and playing the game the right way. What more could you ask for as a coach?
And I know this next one might be tough for you to speak openly about, but we do got a freshman guy coming in, someone that's very close to you, 6'9" young boy out of health science, shares the same last name, and I think you've known him for almost every minute he's been alive. Your youngest son, Deshaun Brown, 6'9" forward out of health science charter, one of the top high school teams in all of the state of New York last year. Deshaun is raw, but the talent that he has is very similar to you. He's just a little bit more of a late bloomer, I think, and a guy that's going to come in, get stronger, get better. I think it's a pleasure that he's coming to play for you, and I think it's awesome. So without giving me too much bias, talk to me about your son, Deshaun.
No, I mean, the upside of him is off the charts. I think I ain't gonna say I think. I know when he come in here and work hard and get better every day, it's only gonna pay dividends for us. Like you said, he just got to get stronger. I think he's been working out this summer, trying to get a little bit stronger. But being that late bloomer, being that late bloomer is a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to reach your potential too early and peak out and plateau. I think, getting what's the word I want to use here? I mean, you want to hit that basketball stride at the right time. And I think coming to play for me and wanting to play for me, like it wasn't something that was forced. Like him wanting to come here and learn and play with us and learn from us, I think is only going to help him, tremendously. I tell you, his future is very bright. He's a great listener. He's gonna work hard. He's gonna give everything he got, and I think he's gonna end up being a great player for this program.
The first I want to talk about is a guy out of Manor College, Joshua Diaz, 6'3", kind of positionless type guy, strong. He's already got 2 years of college experience. He's a guy that's put a lot of work in this offseason. He's constantly doing the running programs, constantly doing the workout programs, trying to stay in shape the best he can so he can come in September, hit that conditioning goal that you got for this squad, and really be a major piece. So he was kind of a nice addition to this program. So talk to me about what you like about his game.
What I like about him, he's a solid player. He has college experience already. Like you said, he didn't play. He has played 2 years already. So that's going to be a plus. He's not going to be a player that comes in here and, bug-eyed and nervous, and he know terminology. He know how to, if I say show in a pick and roll, how to show. Just that experience is going to be key for him, and give him an opportunity to be productive and produce for this team. And and he's a Philly guy. The Philly guys are tough. There's no back down in them. So, he bring that toughness with him. It's going to be a good year for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And another, pair of guys coming in, trying to add some depth to this program, trying to work their way into our rotation. Daryl Haynes and Denzel Fuller. Denzel Fuller, bigger type guy, plays a bunch of positions, 6'7". And Daryl, like you said, you have some experience with him too. Got to coach him for 1 year at Villa Maria. Those two guys are coming in. So what does it mean to have 2 more local guys coming in here trying to compete for some spots?
I mean, it's always big, the local guys to have an opportunity to continue their basketball career at a high level with some good level competition. I know Daryl from my days at Villa. He was a young guy, high energy guy. Always wants to play, always wants to compete. I mean, it was just about, slowing down because at college it's a different speed. You know what I'm saying? You can't just play at one speed all the time. And I think, with some time that he has learned that with Denzel, I had a chance to work out with him a couple of times. He's a very skilled player. At 6'5", can handle the ball. Decent jump shot. A guy that can come in here and make some noise if he just come in here and work hard and focus on the things that he needs to focus on. And I think he'll be able to make some noise and contribute to it, help us contribute, and have another. You can never have too much size. You can never have too many 6'5" guys out there on that floor. So if he come in here and work hard and bust his tail, he'll have opportunity to produce and show for this team.
Alex Cohen, a kind of a small forward shooting guard type player, played 1 year at NHTI. He's also familiar with Sam and Derek. So what do you like about Alex?
I mean, Al, he's another guy. I mean, he played 1 year at NHTI, had great coaching from Coach Hogan up there. He's a microwave out there. He come in and if he's going, he'll have it rolling for us. A good shooter, good defender. But the key thing with a bunch of these guys is that experience. You know what I'm saying? They played in the USCA. They played against some high-level teams. So that experience here, and I think with the coaching style and the coaching staff that we got here, we'll be able to take that experience and use it for our advantage.
Yeah. And also, experience. Zeke McMurdy from Mississippi, played last year at Maine for Kent. He's coming in here, total energy guy, total guy that's just going to come in and work hard, bust his butt, and give you all the intangibles. So, talk to me about Zeke.
I think that's another plus, a high energy guy, athletic, willing to do all the little scrappy things that everybody isn't able to do. He does them at a high level. Good defender, good size for him, and like I said, you can never have too many 6'4", 6'5" guys out there on that floor, wreaking havoc. I mean, I'm the type of coach, I want to get out there and press you full court and make the game easy for us. If we playing great defense and it leads to transition easy layups, I mean, my job is easy and it's more fun for the guys. You know what I'm saying? Running and jumping. I think he's the type of guy that'll be out there and lead the pack in, on that defensive end. So if you want to get some minutes with me, high energy, play great defense, be a good teammate, and he has all those qualities.
So Sam, thanks for joining us. And how you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Glad to have you here. We're excited to have you as part of our program. So, Sam, you're a 6'6" forward guard. You can kind of do it all. Flash to the basket. Excellent outside shooter. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, about your game. What makes you a good fit here?
What makes me a good fit? I've seen a couple of you guys' videos. It looks like you're losing a couple shooters and bringing me in as an extra shooter. I feel like that would be a great fit for me. And also a couple of my guys that I'm bringing to the school, Shai Quinn and Danny Turkman. I feel like we all fit the system well.
And you possess one big key, being 6'6", the ability to play forward, be a little combo three on the wing. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see your strengths? Where do you see yourself fitting in here? Give us a little preview, I guess, if we can, what we can expect from Sam this year.
A little preview. I feel like I'll be playing a lot more. Well, I say you'll get a couple threes from me, but I'll be playing a lot more with my back to the basket because I know there's going to be a lot of guards on me and they're going to be too small. So I'll just start my way in from the paint, and then once that starts hitting, they start double teaming, I work my way up.
In the recruitment process of trying to get you here, we talked about a lot of our common goals. One of our common goals that we share is obviously we want to be a championship team, a team that can win a championship at the USCAA Division I level. Talk to us a little bit about what you feel your biggest attribute will be in helping us reach that goal, and talk about that goal in general. You had a lot of success at NHTI, both individually and as a team, 25-plus win team. What can you bring to help us achieve that goal?
I feel like my paint presence, my help defense is at 100% right now. I was number one in blocks when I was at NHTI. So I feel like, well, in the whole conference. So I feel like I could bring a lot of defense to the squad, and also a lot of three-point abilities, just experience, just a lot. I could bring a lot to the table.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely excited to have you this year. Definitely excited to get you down here. We're looking forward to seeing you in the blue and, well, I guess the blue and gray, not the blue and white. So, I guess the last thing from me is you have a prior relationship, like you mentioned, with two of our other recruits, Danny and Shai. The ability to play with some guys that you grew up with, you have a great relationship with. What does that mean to you? Because the college experience is one that goes by so quick. It's so special. What does it mean to be able to share this experience of going back to school and going to a program with two guys that you're so close with?
Us having the chemistry that we have, I feel like it's a ring season. And that's just it. I just feel like it's just a ring season. And this is the year to do it.
Well, that's what we're looking for, too. So, Sam, thank you very much for taking the time to join us. We are really looking forward to having you here. Really looking forward to the impact you're going to have on and off the floor, being a great representation of our program. So thanks for joining us. We can't wait till late August.
I can't wait either, Coach. Thanks for having me.
All right. I'm now joined by Daryl Haynes. Daryl comes to us here at Bryant Stratton. He is an exciting, young, energetic player that can really provide some depth and youth to our team. So, Daryl, how you doing today?
Doing fine, man. I'm just chilling today, resting up, stuff like that.
Good to hear, man. Well, Daryl, we're excited to have you join our program. Talk to us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from Medina. You got some college experience, got some big-time high school experience. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
First year of college, basically, no, I'm going to talk about high school first. High school, Medina, played in Niagara Falls, New York, Niagara Falls High School. My senior year, I played prep school ball, Keenan, South Carolina. And then it was just a good experience for me, especially my senior year, playing against big competition. I thought it was going to be a little bit easy, but it was a good got me really ready. First year college, I played at Villa Maria. That was also a good experience. I played against behind a lot of good guards also, and they taught me a lot of stuff. Before I was young-minded, mental-minded, and hard-headed, wasn't really like trying to listen and stuff. And it was a good experience though, and it got me ready for a lot of situations stuff like that. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had an experience to see you kind of grow up in that freshman year when I was on that staff with Coach Brown as well. Obviously you have the experience with Coach Moan. Obviously he's now the head coach here. So talk to us a bit about that relationship you're able to form with him, maybe how he helped you get better, and what you can expect with him your first year here.
Coach Moan, he taught me a lot, like especially like one-on-one talks when I was a freshman at Villa. Just basically told me the in and outs of it, because me coming from high school, just in college, me thinking totally different from and he was telling me like just the basic in and outs. Our relationship got really strong with the whole coaching staff. But Moan, we talked about a lot of stuff, and basically I'm just excited just to be around the family again, like because we all got a little past, so I'm just really ready to be around everybody, and it's gonna be fun.
What's it like you being a local guy? You talked about you spent a little bit of high school away, but for the most part, you're from Medina, you're local, you are a Western New York guy. So what's it like to come back, play for Coach Brown, play for Bryant Stratton, play for a program that is not only local, but it's also a contender? You were very close to capturing that championship. We were very close to capturing that before, and I think we have a great chance to do it this year. So what's it like to be a part of that potential opportunity, and what do you think that you can add to that opportunity to lead us to a championship?
Discipline. Just on experience, like I said, my freshman year, seeing all the bigger players, like higher grades, just doing the right thing. Me just being a role model, trying to be a role model, or just a leader. Just keeping everybody's mind right. It's a lot of, because honestly, I can personally say like there's a lot of fooling around with me my freshman year because I was college and stuff like that. But me seeing what's going on now and me taking a year off, it took a lot to realize what I need to be doing. So me coming back to play with Coach Moan and just the school in general, it's a blessing to me, honestly, because like I said, a lot of people wish they can still do it. And it's just like you said, we were close before, and I honestly feel like we can do it again, most definitely. So I just feel like we have a lot of like unfinished work that need to be done.
All right, I'm joined now by two guys right now living out in Stamford, Connecticut. I got Shai Quinn Dix and Danny Turkman. Fellas, how you doing today?
We doing good.
Good, Coach. How you doing?
We're doing all right, man. We're happy to have you on today, but I'm even more happy to have you guys join our program. So just talking to both of you guys at the same time, you guys obviously have a familiarity with each other. Tell us a little bit about your relationship, how long you guys have known each other, and what that means to be able to come together and play here and compete for a championship.
I'll go first. I say, first of all, we known each other since we was kids. He used to live up the street from me. So we've been playing basketball with each other since forever. So the chemistry between us is there, and we trying to bring that chemistry to a winning program. Right, Shai?
Absolutely. Like he said, just to go off what he said, we childhood friends. We played high school together. We almost played college together, but he left the year before I got there in Nebraska. And we played together even in Cheshire. I don't know if that counts, but we won a championship in Cheshire too. But just like he said, we just want to bring that chemistry, leadership, toughness to a winning program. I'm excited. I know he's excited.
So I just spoke to Sam a little bit ago, and Sam Dorissant's also another guy that you guys are familiar with, a guy that you're going to come in with already a pre-made connection with. What's it like to have him join the program with you guys as well, and what does he bring to the table?
Hey, yo, Sam is a problem. He's a problem. He's nice. I think you'll be very impressed by Sam.
So,
but it feels good to bring Sam along, man. Like I said, just like Shai, man, we all known each other since. Well, I met Sam a little later on in life, like in high school. But like we all been playing with each other for a long time. So like, and we're a little older, so like the experience is there, and I feel like we could bring that and show our other teammates, our knowledge of the game, and how to grind and really work for the what we're trying to accomplish, which I believe is a championship.
You guys are a little bit older. You have some experience on your side, but more importantly, you guys have a lot of life experience. You've dealt with certain things in your life. You've overcame certain adversities in your life, and you're now successful and on a path for success for the rest of your life. The one thing that we tried to do here at Bryant Stratton, I know Coach Brown, myself, Coach Phil, we want you guys to leave not only as better basketball players and hopefully with rings on your fingers or around your neck on a chain, we want you guys to leave as better men too. And I'm excited to have the ability to coach you two and Sam, because I feel like you guys are going to bring a certain level of maturity and be able to use that on and off the court. So talk to me a little bit about what the challenges that you guys have faced, in your life, how those have set you up to be, great basketball players on the court, but also great students and great men when you guys leave college.
I'll go first. Just like you said, the key is not just about winning a championship. It's about becoming a man and setting yourself up for after college. And we both got kids, so just being able to talk about life experiences, the stuff we've been through, like just growing up in a certain area, like growing up and seeing certain stuff in the household and outside, it kind of messes with your mentality and your perception on life. But me and him both been through some things, and we're not ashamed of it. And I feel like it made us who we are today. It made our skin so much tougher, and it just made us to be able to share them experiences and help younger players or even players older or our age just to talk about that. I feel like it comes with a lot of respect and maturity, like you said.
Yeah, just to like say a little. I just want to use everything I've been through in my life just to show people or show kids or anybody that grew up in the same situation that I grew up in, that you can make it out. There's always a way out. You just gotta work and dedicate yourself to your craft or to your passion or whatever it is that you enjoy doing or love doing. Just give it your all, and just like this, the opportunity to open up for you, and you just got to take full advantage of it. And that's what I'm willing to do, because everything I've been through in my life and how I turned my life around led me to this point. So if I know it can work for me, it can work for the next person.
Shai, you're coming in with a lot of experience on the floor. You played, at a high level Division I JUCO, and then the last 2 years you've been the team's leading scorer, all conference first team member. Last year you averaged almost 17 a game. At only 5'11", you also led the team in rebounds with almost 7 a game, shooting 38% from three, over 50% from the floor. What can't you do on the floor?
I can't lose, coach. Nah, but all seriousness, I feel like what I do on the court, it just explains what type of person I am. Like I don't care how big of the obstacle. I'm never willing to give up or just lay down for anybody. And that's how I was able to rebound and score. I could do a little bit of everything. Like, but sometimes you're put in situations where it's like no matter what you do, is nothing you can do. Like, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. So that's just a part of me coming to this program, just being able to challenge myself as a player and as a person more, and just actually playing with like better talent and better coaches around me.
And Danny, you kind of have a little bit of a different game, whereas you're a little bit taller. Standing 6'5", you kind of can complement Shai real well on the floor. The ability to play the 2, I think, all the way down to the 4, maybe even a little 5, with the strength. So tell us a little bit about your versatility. The ability to score, ability to rebound, score inside the paint, outside the paint, shoot the 3. Talk to us a little bit about your game, what you bring to Buffalo.
Yeah, because before I became 6'5", I was like, my game was always based off like a point guard type game, but I always knew how to score. So when I got taller, it made my game, like, I'm not gonna say perfect, but it was like it was a perfect like adjustment. So I'm a combo guard. I can play the 1. I prefer the 2, and I prefer the toughest assignment on the other team every night. So I basically, because I'm a dog out there. I'm not letting up. I'm trying to do whatever it takes to win. So, and I'm a sharpshooter.
Talk to me a little bit more about that defensive mentality that you possess. Coach Brown loves defense. He wants to run. The least amount of sets we can set up, the better. Get in the fast break. Get our intensity up, momentum flowing. So talk about that, defensive mentality, because Shai, I know you kind of possess that same thing. High amount of steals, big time pressure, always in the face, full court defense. So talk to us a little bit about that defensive mindset.
Yeah, because I look at it this way. Just, you can't give somebody 30 points and allow them to give you 30 points. That defeats the purpose.
Yep.
Me on defense, I just love playing defense. It makes offense in the game come to you so much easier. Just being able to, I like that Patrick Beverly type thing, like getting somebody face and like how they play in like inner city. That's where I come from. So I'm used to that, playing in little tournaments in the rec center and AAU, and just growing up that way. It's nothing better than to know that you took your opponent's heart or you shut their whole game plan down. So that's why I love defense.
Yeah.
And it's so satisfying to see. It's so satisfying to see, like, when everybody talks about the best player on the other team. It's so satisfying to see his face afterwards when he only has 10 points on like 2 for 17 shooting. It's just satisfying.
And I'm big on like watching film. So I guarded the best perimeter players every game, no matter how tall they were. Like I watch film before the games. I watch film all week, and I just I just love that. Just having counter to counter somebody, a great scorer, and just being able to sit on, know, all right, this move coming, and they do it. You actually see them doing on what to do. So, I don't know. I love defense, man. I love it.
I think that
I really love help defense. I like those blindside blocks.
What are your goals individually and as a team? So in March, when the last game's played of our season, what do you want to be? What do you want the season to be remembered as?
Me individually, I wanna put up numbers that put up some numbers that'll get me like a good, some type of like overseas look individually. But as a team, I'm willing to make sacrifices, man, for a win, because I feel like you really get recognition when you win, when you're winning. So I feel like you can have great individual numbers, but if you're not winning, nobody's going to notice you. So I'm willing to put. I'm not sure if I'm really answering your question, but I'm willing to put my individual stuff to the side and focus like as a team, because I want to win.
Just as far as me, like individually, this is my senior year, and my whole purpose of even transferring is because I know that I could be a part of a good program and be surrounded by other great players and a great staff, and we could win a championship. And just me being able to, like overcome everything I've been through, it just like, I don't know, it feels unreal sometimes. So I'm a very like quiet person. I stay to myself a lot, but I'm gonna be emotional at the end of the year because I'm graduating hopefully, and just to get this second chance and live out my dream, and hopefully I could. You never know. Maybe I could go overseas or something. You never know. But even if that doesn't happen, at least I could end the season saying, I gave him my best shot. I gave him my all. I didn't short myself. And as a team, definitely winning the championship, like Danny said, and just building them everlasting like brotherhood. Even though I'm only gonna be there for a year, you never know what can happen. You might meet somebody that wants you to come coach for them, or you never know. So I'm big on like friendships and relationships, so networking and stuff.
So, talk to us a little bit about what you bring as a player to Buffalo next time.
Me as a player, I bring leadership on and off the court because I'm a father, so I gotta be a role model at all times, even when I'm not around kids, even around everybody, just to let them know that I'm a good father, because that's a big part of my life. But I'm a team player. I like to push players too, get the best out of everybody. I pass the ball. I'm pretty much more of a passer, like a real point guard. I can score if necessary, but I just like bring in the win. That's all I really care about is the win, honestly. I always came from winning school at East. In college, it was a winning team, but I didn't get to play that much because injury. I only played first semester and other stuff.
You do possess, obviously, you didn't play as much as you would have liked to due to injury, but you do possess a lot of experience, both on the court and off the court. You have that in-game experience in high school, playing at a high level in that Rochester district, and then you also have that experience at the college level. But you also, like you said, you have life experience. You are a father. Your peers speak very highly of you. So how has all of that experience kind of led you to a point now where you feel comfortable and well off enough to lead this team? Because I think we expect you to come in here. We know you have the ability to come in here and lead this team.
It's just all my life. Like, I didn't really start playing basketball, like organized basketball, until like I was like 11, and I played with like all my life playing with the best basketball players in Rochester, my age group, from the get-go. Like, they was already playing basketball, and like I just pushed myself to like keep up with them. So trying to keep up with them, and then their older siblings and other kids around. And then I chose to go to East, even though my brothers played football. I knew I liked the basketball. I knew that was the best basketball high school in Rochester that you could go to, which was like a city school, a public school you could just straight go to. And I knew it was going to be a challenge playing there. And the coach even told me that I wasn't going to play varsity when I was in 10th grade, and I stayed. And I played in 11th grade. I ended up taking the spot from a senior. And then in the senior year, I started, and we went all the way to the States, but we didn't win the championship. So that just molded me. Because playing Rochester, honestly, that's how Rochester is. You got to be on your A game every day, because somebody out there and they gonna clown you. So you gotta be on your stuff.
What I guess do you feel like your biggest strengths are, and where do you see yourself now? Like, where do you see your game now compared to maybe a couple of years ago? How have you gotten better?
Now, for me now, it's more I could control the tempo more of the game. Like, it's easier. Like, it just came the easier the older I became, the more mature I became, playing with like more different players, like going to college and stuff like that. Because, when I first went to college, I never played against city kids like that. And then playing there, and like they had changed the whole game, how they play. It's a whole different style of basketball. So just playing different places like that with different players, honestly, like that helped me control the game more. And Jabari and JJ, those are my brothers. I knew Jabari since I was 13. JJ, he learned how to play in Rochester too, because at first, JJ, it was different for him. And we had to tell him, like, you got to play for real, like, be on your game. And you see, that boy monster.
He is. He is.
Barry monster too.
Yeah. I see you as a guy that is the perfect replacement for a guy like Jabari. Both you guys possess a lot of the same qualities, not only on the floor, but off it as well. You're both those leaders. Really, really push the other team. You really push your opponent in practice. And that's what Jabari did last year, working with our freshman, Devon Ware. Every day they battled for 6 months in a row, every day in practice. And Jabari pushed him to get better. Devon was our sixth man of the year. I see you in that same type of role, being able to push people like that. And you talked about winning as your main goal. What do you think we need to do as a team to have rings around our fingers at the end of the year and be champions?
I feel like with it's going to be a lot of different characters coming to, you know what I'm saying? Like, not characters, but like everybody brings different stuff. So we just got to get to know each other basketball-wise first, because basketball is what we all here for, to bring together. We here for school and basketball. And that too, we got to help each other out in that. Everybody don't got to be friends, like buddy. If we all adults, at the end of the day, we grown men now. So just got to come here, get to know each other. It's all about basketball at the end of the day. So just play basketball, learn each other's game, and be here for each other. Then once basketball click, brothers gonna click. So it's easy. That's all you gotta do. Just be one. And then it's gonna be done.
Absolutely. So what are you're a father of two, correct?
Yes, sir.
What are your kids' names? Give them a little shout out here.
My oldest, his name Josiah, and my youngest name Cassius. They upstairs running around right now, going crazy. Hopefully y'all can't hear them, but
no, I think we're good. We're good, but I hope
they're gonna come. They're gonna come to the games, man. People gonna see them little movie star babies. Watch.
Well, like I said, I hope they're running around making noise at the games come November. I hope we can deck them all out in Bobcat gear, get them up to the game. So I'll let you get back to being a father, being the best one you can be. Jonathan, I appreciate you taking the time. I'm very excited to have the ability to coach you, and I can speak for our whole staff that when I say we're very excited to have you come in to the most important position on the floor, which is the point guard, and to be our leader. So we're excited to have you come. September will be here around the corner. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Stay safe. Stay healthy, my man.
All right. You too. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
All right. I'm now joined by Joshua Diaz. Joshua, thanks for joining me tonight. How's everything going?
Good. How everything going with you?
We're good. We're staying safe. So thanks for joining us tonight. Basically, just want to talk to you a little bit about, we're excited to have you join the Buffalo Bobcats program. Excited to get you down here, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about the recruiting process. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about you personally, about your game, what makes you a good player, and why you think you're, going to be a good fit for our program.
I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I just recently did 2 years at Manor College. I got my associate's degree. I'm looking forward to finishing off at Bryant Stratton. I think what makes me a good player is I feel like I got a high basketball IQ. I feel like I'm a team player, and I feel like I can help my teammates. I'm a good shooter, and I feel like I'm a good rotation like team defender, like with schemes and stuff like that.
One thing you were successful at Manor was production per minute. You averaged about 10 points a game. Started a few games, came off the bench, showed some versatility, but you really were productive in the minutes that you played, and that's something at the college level that we're really looking for. So talk to me about that mindset that you have when you come in to be immediately productive, as opposed to maybe one of those guys that need 6 or 7 minutes to find their groove.
I don't know. I guess it's just like just built into like the workouts, like waking up early and just working out. So like just staying ready. Just the mentality, just stay ready. Like all I need is a couple shots in the layup lines gonna get me going. So
where do you feel most comfortable on the court, and where do you think how big of a factor do you think that your versatility can be?
I feel like I'm very versatile and can play multiple positions. I'll say like 2 or the 3. Sometimes I was playing the 4 at Manor. I feel like I'm positionless for real.
All right, I'm now joined by Derek Jackson. Derek is one heck of a player joining our program this year. Derek, we're very excited to have you, and thanks for taking some time to talk to us today.
I'm excited to be a part of the program.
One thing I can say right off the bat about you and your game is that you can do it all. We are definitely very excited to have you. Definitely very excited for your game, what you bring to Buffalo. Talk to me a little bit about tell me a little bit about yourself, and talk to me a little bit about your game. Kind of what we can expect you to bring here to Buffalo.
Well, a little bit about myself. The first thing I can say is that I'm a winner. Like that's the main thing. Like I like to win. Willing to do anything it takes to get a win. Through the team. I'm not really a selfish player. I like to see my teammates. Excel. Just the overall team player. And what you can expect from me is just what I said. Like a vocal leader, a physical leader by going out and getting the job done, leading by example.
Or what is it on the floor that you really excel at and you think are your biggest strengths that you're going to bring here?
I would say rebounding, transition basketball, and scoring. But rebounding overall, like even though I'm like only 6'2", 6'3" in shoes, rebounding has always been something that I've been special at, even in high school.
Absolutely.
So I think intensity on the board is going to be one of my best assets.
You talked about being a leader. What do you think that entails? And what are your strengths as a leader? What type of leader are you, and what type of leader do you envision yourself being here?
Well, personally, I feel as though the best kind of leadership is when you can go out and show others basically that what it is that you're trying to achieve, like in the game, it's possible. I'm more so of a lead by example type of person. Like I don't really have to holler and scream and get up in guys' faces. Like that's not how I show my leadership. I just go out, get the job done. Like even if like it's a lot of adversity, refs aren't on our side, which normally happens most games. Like just play through it. Like just go out there and try to do what we came to do, because it's going to be games like that where the refs aren't on your side. The ball is not going to bounce your way, but we still got to go out and play. So that's the type of leadership that I bring.
Yeah, you had a bunch of games in early in your college career where you totally took over, totally went on runs, 12-0 runs of by yourself, 10-0 runs by yourself, and really single-handedly willed your team to a win. What's that like when you're able to get into a zone like that?
Really, it's just my teammates trusting me, knowing that when it's needed, that I'm one of the guys that can provide those runs and those scoring streaks. Like it really it just comes to a point in time where I lock in, and now I'm no longer comfortable with being down, or I'm no longer comfortable with the game being as tight as it is. And it's just something that kicks in that allows me to go on those runs.
Yeah.
But it stems from, like, you know, like I said, like the rebound and transition basketball, my teammates having faith in me and getting me in my open spots.
You know, we talk about, you know, about your basketball experience, but you're also a father, and a very good one at that. From the
Thank you.
people that I've spoken to and the interactions I've had with you. Give us, you know, what's your daughter's name? Give us, you know, a little bit of background about how being a father has made you a better person on and off the floor.
Well, her name is Marley. Being a father, it's definitely new, but it's not as scary and as bad as people made it out to be, like when you're a young parent. But you know, as far as like what it's done for me, it's kind of like narrowed my focus now. It's not, you know, I'm not just going out there to, you know, for myself. Now it's like I'm going out there to accomplish something because I want to use this to kind of, you know, put me in a position where I can, you know, provide for her and, you know, use the basketball to create a better lifestyle for her. So it's kind of really just up my mental intensity as far as my approach to the game.
What are your individual goals, and how do you think those individual goals will translate to your team goals?
Individual goals. Uh, well, this one's my only individual goal is to win a national championship, because at this point it's like, what else are you playing for? Like I've gotten just about every accolade you can get, besides, like, you know, player of the year and things like that. Like I've got, you know, tournament, you know, all defense. I've got all tournament, national player of the week, conference player of the week, first team all conference, you know, second team all American honorable mention. But, you know, all that's fine and all, but, you know, if you can't end it off with a championship, then to me personally, it means nothing. So what I really want is a national championship, because even stemming from high school, like my junior year, we made it all the way to the state tournament. We made it to the state championship game and lost by a buzzer beater. My first year at NHTI, we got bounced after our first game. My second year, we got bounced after our first game. So now it's just like that's my end game. Like nothing else means more than getting a national championship.
My last thing for you is, you know, away from the basketball, tell us a bit of, you know, what you've been doing during this ever-changing world that we're living in, this little crazy time. What have you been doing maybe to stay busy? Have you picked up any hobbies? Obviously, taking care of your daughter's a big one. You know, what have you been doing to stay busy, staying in shape, having
Mhm.
fun, you know, things like that?
Well, I've just really been a stay-at-home dad, honestly, with my daughter every day. Outside of that, I try to keep busy. I have two younger nephews and a younger brother, so I'm normally busy with them, running around chasing them. So they keep me pretty active. You know, we have our run clubs and stuff. I try to run as much as possible, and if I can't run, I'll do, you know, home workouts or, you know, jump rope. I have a medicine bike in the back room, so I just try to just keep my mind busy. So, you know, from the time I wake up with my daughter, I'm with her. Then in the afternoon, I try to stay as active as possible.
Yeah. You mentioned your younger brother, and I think another great thing you do that I think you told me is you also were homeschooling him for the last
Yeah,
2.5
when he
months.
was when he was because my mom is working from home now, so what I would do is I would have him in the morning, and I would have my daughter as well. So I would, you know, help him out with his math, his science, his social studies, his English, help him, you know, read the selections he had to read. So I was doing a lot.
Well, that's awesome, man, because those are qualities you don't find in a lot of young men anymore. And
Hmm.
I'm really happy that you know, we've been able to add you to our program here. I know I can speak for Coach Brown, Coach Phil, and myself. We're very excited to have you here. We can't wait till September. I know it'll be a really quick 2 months here. Hopefully, this
Hmm.
world starts to get back to normal. Get us back in the classroom. You know, hit the books and hit the court. So, Derek, I thank you
Yeah.
very much for taking the time to talk to us. Um, you know, you already look good in that logo now, so I think you'll look better in the jersey and better at the end of the year. You definitely
Yeah, I can't wait.
definitely got
I
player of the year
can't wait.
written all over you, and you know, we have national championship talent written all over this team.
Hmm. That's all that matters. National championship.